Hello, everybody, and welcome to Digital Hammurabi. I'm very excited to be here. This is a very exciting stream, and everyone is excited. I'm just going to use the word excited as many times as I can in a 30-second period, just to show everyone quite how excited I am. So, hello, it's nice to see you all. Thank you for joining me. Today, I have the wonderful Christina Blackfeather. Christina, say hi.
Hello.
And the equally wonderful Sarah Moore. Sarah, say hi.
Hello.
If you are a frequent viewer of Digital Hammurabi, you will know Sarah. She is the co-host of our Assyriology Today series. She is also one of the very first recipients of the HAPS Summer Grant Program and is now on the HAPS Board of Directors, because once I find someone who I like, I don't really let them go. So sorry, Sarah, you're kind of stuck with me for life now. Christina is the amazingly talented artist who did this beautiful painting that sits in our background and has pride of place. And I admit that Christina's original plan was to have the painting auctioned off to raise money for HAPS, which was very generous of her. And I basically said, well, if you do that, I will spend all of my money buying it myself because it's glorious. And then she amazingly, and I will be forever grateful to her for this, decided that she should just give the painting to me instead. But fear not, wonderful viewers and raffle ticket purchasers. She also has donated a life-sized print of the painting. And there are only 2 life-size prints in existence. Christina has one, and the other one is rolled up in the corner of my study in a shipping tube.
Signed and numbered.
Signed and numbered, 1 of 2. Will only ever be 2. So this is truly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to own a beautiful piece of artwork. It is signed, it has a certificate or a letter of authenticity, and it's ready to go to its new home. So,
and
Christina,
it's archival quality as well. I had a professional printer, professional scan. So, I mean, there is nothing cheap about that print.
No, it's absolutely... I debated trying to get photos of the print to put on the Raffle website, but I decided I didn't want to risk damaging it at all. But it is stunning. It's really heavy, thick cotton blend paper. It's beautiful. It will look wonderful, whoever gets it. And Vegan Atheist Coral is saying, hopefully it would look wonderful in her house. I do not blame you for feeling like that, because it is truly lovely. So Christina, can you give us, like, how long did it take to make this painting?
Everything I did is actually on my YouTube channel. I don't remember how many live streams, and I think they were like 2 hours each. And that's not counting the time to prep the canvas and then to glaze everything over after the painting was done. I don't know if it was like 16 hours or something like that. And I work with really, really tiny brushes. So, yeah, it took a long time, in part because at first I really didn't know where I was going with it. And I took paint and used the paint to draw the image to begin with. But I had to measure out all the bricks and make sure that I had everything in the right areas. Part of the hard part with the painting was that there's 175 of these dragons on the Ishtar Gate, and they're in various conditions of quality at this point. There's one in Detroit that this one was kind of based off of more than the others that is pretty deteriorated. And so I wanted some of that decay to kind of come through, but I wanted the brightness too that would have been originally on the gate, because all those things would have been a bright cobalt blue, all the tiles. And, I don't remember if there's gold leafing or anything like that on there. There isn't on the painting, but I just wanted to kind of mesh all those dragons into one and just kind of bring it to life. And so planning it first, I think I probably had another good 10 hours on top of that, planning it, sketching it, doing all that stuff. So it took a while.
I have to say the planning really works. It sits beautifully on the canvas, and you can't, like, it's not the best picture coming through my webcam, but the colors are absolutely gorgeous. They're very bright and vibrant, and it's beautiful. So whoever gets the print is a very lucky person. Before we go ahead and start the official draw, we should probably talk a little bit about what HAPS is, because I know that a lot of people have joined and started watching the channel since we started HAPS. So HAPS is a scholarship program that we fundraise for, and we kind of, well, run essentially. And last year we became an official nonprofit, which was very exciting, hence why I have a board of directors, which is amazing. It's not just me sitting in my study going, oh, hell, what do I do now? I have other people to talk to, which is a very positive thing. But the summer grant program, we raised $2,000 for each student that we fund, and we funded 3 students until now. And this summer, because of this amazing raffle, we can now fund 4 students, which is, I'm so excited. I honestly was not expecting to raise quite this much money. I thought maybe we get $1,000, but we topped out at 2,930, which is pretty good going. So thank you everyone who purchased tickets. You by yourselves have funded one whole additional scholarship slot. But we get grad students to send in their applications, and then we do interviews via YouTube. So everyone here can come and watch the interviews and find out about what these grad students are investigating, what their summer research is going to be based on. And then everyone who donates gets the chance to vote for the research that they would most like to see funded, which is how the lovely Sarah to my left here got funded, because she came and she told us what she was going to do, and people decided they liked her research, so they voted for her, which is probably a good point to hand over to you, Sarah. What do you think of HAPS?
I mean, I say this a lot, and I feel like because I say it a lot, it loses meaning, but I really mean it. HAPS changed the course of my PhD research. So many students don't get funding for the summer, or you have a project and the summer is really the only time you have a chance to do it, but your stipend is cut or you get no funding. And so making this available, it really makes a huge difference. I was one of the first recipients of HAPS, and just now, actually a couple of days ago, my very first academic publication came out based on the research that I was able to do because of HAPS.
That's so cool.
It's really no small thing. And the YouTube interview part of it is really incredible. I had never done anything like that before. But, Digital Hammurabi and HAPS commitment to public scholarship really, started that in me as well. Getting out there, telling people about your research. And it's pretty great to have a scholarship out there where the stipulations for getting the money are sharing your research.
I feel like we kind of force people to say, okay, I can't just talk to other grad students and other professors about my work. I actually have to work out how I explain this to someone who doesn't have a PhD in Assyriology or archaeology or something similar.
Which is such a great skill. I mean, even just having you and Josh prompt me with questions, I'm just like, okay, these are the things that I need to address when I talk about this now.
Yeah, I think when we started the channel, one of the most difficult things was trying to work out what level we needed to pitch ourselves. And I kept making scripts and then going back and thinking, actually, no, this is far too technical. No one is going to understand this unless they've been to grad school. So actually, I need to just start out with what is Mesopotamia, and kind of go from there, really. So we should probably draw our first winner. Which way around do we want to do this? Christina, as you donated the grand prize, do you want to do the first prize first or start from the bottom and work our way up?
Let's start from the bottom and work our way up. Build up the tension,
Let's do it. I am not going to be sharing my screen, everyone, because I have people's names and addresses in this. So let's not dox the entire raffle donation list. But we sold a grand total of 5,470 tickets.
Wow.
Which is pretty good going, I think.
Yeah.
Very pleased with that. And I'm going to, we should probably say what the prize is that we are drawing for first. Let me get the WhatsApp back up. We are actually drawing for, and I have them here, they arrived, these two beautiful, stylish beverage containers. This has all kinds of different scripts for Scribe, and I had several people send me helpful translations, and
Nice.
in the case of Middle Egyptian pictures, because I don't know, I don't know any Egyptian languages, but you will be drinking your tea or your coffee in great style. So that is going to ticket number 823, and now I have to find 823. Sorry, this is the least professional raffle drawing you will ever see. And that goes to Michael Stewart, who lives in Ontario. So Michael, congratulations. I will be emailing you in case you're not watching and letting you know, and then sending you your mug this week, or mugs plural, because there are 2 of them.
And I did not enter anything, just so you guys know. I'm not in the drawings at all.
Neither am I. I was like, no.
My mom is.
Actually, no, my mum is as well. If people need, I can show you the random number generator I'm using. This is entirely random. And honestly, I would be deeply surprised if either of our parents won anything, because we sold, unless like your mum bought 8 million tickets. Mine did not.
My mom bought some tickets and then asked me, so what are the prizes? Did you look at the link, or did you just, she's like, well, no, you donate, so I donated.
I love it when parents are that supportive. They're like, I will support you in your thing. And then 2 days later, like, so what are we doing? What is this for? Exactly. Well, it's for something amazing, really. So yes, we have coffee mugs. I'm going to get the 3rd prize. And actually, this one's going to take a couple of minutes, because this particular one, we have 4 of identical prints to give away, because we do. So these ones, ta-da, there we go. This is based on the Neo-Assyrian palace reliefs that are currently in the British Museum. And the bottom has the titulary of Ashurbanipal. I can't read it right now because it's been too long, frankly, since I read Neo-Assyrian. But it says, I am Ashurbanipal, king of the 4 quarters, king of the world, because he was a very important dude and wanted everybody to know quite how important he was. But we have 4 of those, and I did those the first year HAPS was running as our very first fundraiser. And I had several left over because some people didn't claim them. So their loss is 4 very lucky people's gains. So we're going to do this again and see who we have. Ticket number 4,671. Let us see, is another Canada person, Craig from Canada, Saskatchewan, which is definitely nothing to do with Yetis. One day I will go to Canada and it will be amazing, but I have not gone. And I'm like convinced it's this magical Narnia winter wonderland type thing. And I'm pretty sure if I actually go, it will not be Narnia and I will be sad. But, you know. Okay, so that is number 1. Keep count with me, people, because if I give away too many of these, we're screwed. Number 2 is ticket number 2,436. Which is someone from Illinois. It is Vegan Atheist Coral. Congratulations.
Oh, wow. And she's in the chat.
Yes. I know it's not what you were looking for, or at least not the particular one that you wanted. But congratulations, you have a print at least. And I should probably say, people in the chat, this is the HAPS website and you can make a donation there. I'll be putting that link in the description to the video, as well as all of Christina's social media links and her YouTube channel, because she does some really cool live painting live streams, which frankly is just fascinating to see how people work. It's really cool. So that is print number 2. print number 3.
Yeah, Coral says that she
2000.
has 2 of those.
Oh, no. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm allowed to switch
No,
presents.
that's okay.
That would be very mean. But
She didn't sound
sorry.
upset about it, so that's good.
Oh, she said she could frame them and put them behind her chair. That is a good idea. You could have like Ashurbanipal flanking you on each side. That could work. So ticket number 2000. Oh, sorry, this is taking. Turns out. Having to scroll up. There are several 2123s. Some people's addresses are that, which is not helpful when you're searching for a number. Ah, there we go. This is for Dennis in Delaware. Congratulations, Dennis. You have won an Ashurbanipal print. And as with everyone else who has won prizes today, I will be emailing you and then sending them out later this week. And finally, 1,082, which is Megan from Connecticut, which is not me. I do not live in Connecticut.
Is this the part where we find out you actually did buy tickets?
No. So Megan in Connecticut, congratulations. You also have an Ashurbanipal print. I hope you like them. I hope you appreciate them. I know they are not as cool as this guy. I'm sorry. My talents do not run.
Cool. It's like, okay, do I end up painting that next? You know?
I have to say the Neo-Assyrian palace reliefs are fantastic just for like the level of emotion you get, especially weirdly in the animals. The people are kind of not stiff but stiff, and the animals are very fluid and very, I don't know, you can like feel the lion's rage and stuff. They're very cool. I spent a long time in the British Museum just staring at those things. Which another way of saying that I have not really much for life, because going to museums and staring at old things is one of my favorite things to do.
We had gone to the Field Museum and there was the Egyptian exhibit and my husband couldn't get me out of there. I was photographing everything I could, you know. So yeah, I get it.
Yes. Do you take lots of photographs for reference work?
Yes, I do. Because just for references, because I mean, I kind of keep a library up here. I am able to remember images very well down to real tiny details. Mm-hmm. But I like to have the actual reference so that I can get things right when I put them on the canvas or I sculpt or whatever it is I end up doing. Because there's just so much up here. Mm-hmm. It gets to be a jumble. And I told my husband the other day that I cannot pass on from this life until I get all these images out of my head. But then at that point, there's probably going to be many more. So I'll be living forever.
I was going to say that's a great way to ensure you maintain immortality. Just
yes,
I physically cannot die until I paint all of these things.
Yes,
and exactly. there are just too many. So you're all stuck with me. Sarah, before we go on to the second prize winner, would you tell everyone a little bit about what your HAPS project was? Because actually yours was, I think, a good one as like a test case.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm always happy to talk about my work for, extended periods of time, so you have to cut me off. So I'm a PhD student at Brown, and we have a small collection of cuneiform objects in our special collections, which is actually true of a lot of universities.
I was going to say most universities have at least one somewhere.
Right. It's usually a Sumerian economic document, because libraries love to say they have examples of the very first writing.
Yeah.
So your local public libraries will have some. But anyway, I wanted to digitize these objects, but in a way that I thought would make them more accessible. So I used photogrammetry to make 3D models of all of them. And they're up online in Brown's digital repository. Anyone can download them and take a look at them now. And my theory was that 3D models would be easier to read. Typically in assyriology, we take photos, but if you have objects like cones, which are round all the way around, it's really hard to represent that with a photo. And so maybe a model would be better. And so my the co-author on the paper that I mentioned earlier, Shane Thompson, he read the objects using the 3D models. And he said it was so much easier.
Really?
Using photos. And I'm TAing Sumerian right now. And so I took one of the objects and showed it to the class via the 3D model. And even just after a few weeks, they could recognize the signs. They knew the inscription. It was really great and sort of, proved my theory right and made all that work worth it.
That's really, really cool. Oh, wonderful. I'll try and remember to ask Sarah for a link as well to those objects so you guys can go and see exactly what a HAPS scholar did with the money that we sent over. But so we have people doing like projects like Sarah's. We have also had people use the money just to kind of stay home and pay their rent while they write their dissertations, which I feel kind of bad for those students when they do their interview process because it doesn't sound as exciting. It doesn't sound as important really as like doing a specific research project. But actually, I think one of the most important things about HAPS is that we don't put strings on the money. So you don't have to go to a conference. You don't have to provide us with receipts. You just have to live and continue to do your work. Because when you're writing up your dissertation, one of the most frustrating things about having to kind of break off and go and find a way to pay your rent when your stipend stops. Often stipends don't cover the summer months. A lot of the time they'll stop after 3 or 4 years. And having to take that kind of break for research during the summer is really disruptive. And it means that it just adds those 2-3 months onto the end of your dissertation process, making a long, expensive process even longer than it really should be. So really, if you're doing a PhD and you need some money over the summer, we're here.
Yeah, I don't think any of that money that you granted me actually went to any equipment or processing for the project. It all went to making sure I could do the project without constantly thinking, what can I spend on groceries this week?
Mm-hmm.
Praying that something doesn't go wrong. Because with the small amount of money that you do have, one unexpected cost can throw everything off and make it that much more stressful.
Mm-hmm. So this is a very good cause, everybody. You all did very well. I'm proud of you. Well done. That sounded really facetious, but genuinely, thank you so much. We really couldn't do this without the support of everyone who donates. And this in particular, we couldn't have done without Christina. So Christina, especially thank you for donating your time and this beautiful beautiful painting to me, which again, I will forever be grateful for. And the beautiful print, because like she said, this is not it's not like she just ran it off on her inkjet printer at home. It's big. It's like this. I'm going to go and stand next to it so everyone can see.
24 inches by 36 inches, I believe, was it's a good size canvas. And the print is the same size. Not counting the white edging that also has my information printed on the bottom in the white. So it's not, it says, Christine Reach, which is my actual name, and it's on the print. So I can't, I'm publicly out there anyway. And Minnesota artist and, has the information there. So that is on the border and it's not in the print itself. Mm-hmm. If I remember correctly, I double signed the print too. I had done an extra signature on it, I think in that white border as well. Mm-hmm. So it is signed and numbered, but I didn't do it on the print.
Yeah.
So,
but it's beautiful. And I don't know. Everyone here today is amazing, and I love you all. And we should probably draw the next prize, which is, I meant to get one of the Sumerian grammars. Damn it. Anyway, signed copies of all of the books that we have ever produced, which is only 3,
Whoa.
but you know, that's something. So we have Josh's, this is the popular version of Josh's dissertation, which was on a very esoteric kind of Sumerian prayer. So that is learning to pray in a dead language, which goes through the education process in Mesopotamia, and the connections that the education process has to the religious, like the religious thought of the time and the temples and all that kind of stuff. So it's really interesting, and it's very clearly written. So if you don't have a background in Mesopotamia, like we said, you should be able to get through that with no problems. We also have, did the Old Testament endorse slavery? Yes, it did. But now you too can wow your friends with information about exactly how it endorsed slavery. That is, well, pretty much all of these are Josh's. And we have the Learn to Read Ancient Sumerian, Volume 1, which is currently our bestseller on Amazon. I am very proud to say. It's amazing how many people want to learn how to read Sumerian. Like, you all are crazy. I love it, and it's a fantastic language. But the number of people who apparently just feel like reading some Sumerian in their spare time is spectacular. So thank you everyone who's bought the book, and the winner of the next prize will get a free copy. I didn't have one on the desk, so I can't hold it up and model it for you so beautifully. And finally, the winner of this prize will also get a copy of the book we are currently finishing. Well, he's finishing, I'm formatting it. It is called The Atheist's Guide to the Old Testament, which is going to be a very useful, handy-dandy little thing. It has a chapter on archaeology. I say little, it's actually going to be probably the longest book that we have, but it has a chapter on archaeology and looking at the story, like the narrative of the Old Testament and all kinds of stuff. So that would be very useful for those of you who, for some unknown reason, enjoy engaging with apologists online. I don't know why you do it. I don't know why my husband does it. I am a Christian, and I find apologists infuriating. So how everyone else deals with them, I don't know. But you will have a book to help guide you through that interesting process. So we should do the drawing. I'm babbling a lot. Someone stop me if I get too weird. This is what happens when I speak with no script and I don't have like a set topic to stick to. I'm just like, I thought about this thing and I'm just going to open my mouth and tell you all about it because why not? So the winner of that is ticket number 4,631, which is another Canadian person. Craig from Canada. Congratulations, Craig.
Oh, same Craig?
I don't know. There might be 2 Canadian Craigs.
The Canadian Craigs.
Oh, no. Canadian Craig won the book collection and one of the prints.
Oh, wow. He did
Congratulations. Good. He did. Yep. Saskatchewan Craig. I'm sorry. I don't know who you are. You're just Saskatchewan Craig now. So EL is in the side chat. EL, hi.
My co-host.
Hi, EL.
She should come in here and talk and stop me from talking. EL is another one of our HAPS board members. She's awesome and does super cool things with science and early Mesopotamians. Well, not early, later Mesopotamian stuff. Oh, there's a child. Yes, honey. Sorry, I've been... Oh, can you go back to bed, please? I know you're just talking to me, but it's bedtime. Yes. It's not music time, it's bedtime. Can you go see Daddy?
Go say hi.
Are you going to say hello to the whole of the internet?
Go ahead. Go say hi. Go give mommy a hug.
No, thanks. Okay. Oh, sorry. Brief interlude. No. He's okay. Bye-bye.
I think the last time I encountered Oliver when we were filming something, I said hi, and you asked if you wanted to say hi, and you had the same response. No, thank you.
No.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, thank you.
Athena wants to know how does she win?
Athena, I am afraid that the raffle is actually over now. It's very sad. We ran it for a week and a half. So you cannot win anymore. But I will be doing, I think I'm just going to do a raffle every single year because this has been such a massive success. So, sorry, adjusting these. What's this? If you would like to be considered for next year's raffle, you can keep an eye on the YouTube page because I have been putting announcements up. We have a Facebook page. I tweet like a crazy person, so Twitter is also a good place to keep up to date with this kind of thing, and also the HAPS website. So many, I'm really sorry that you missed this time, but there are many places you can check to make sure you don't miss the next one. But it will be roughly the same time of year because we're launching the applications for the summer grant tomorrow. So I like to have all our fundraising done, or at least all of our fundraising for the summer grant done before the applications come in, so I know exactly how many people we can fund.
I'm kind of behind on my art pieces, but if I can get another painting done of either the lion or the archer, I will donate a print as well, depending on if I get them done or not.
If you can, that would be amazing. Yeah. Thank you very much.
That's the donation I can make, you know.
And it's an amazing donation because it's frankly
it's
a donation no one else can do. Exactly. We like helping people here. We like saying, this is a cool person. You should look at their stuff. Save Ancient Studies Alliance was asking what the Atheists book was. It is going to be called the Atheists Handbook. I think I said guide before, but it's called the Atheist Handbook to the Old Testament. It is not out yet. It is, currently on my computer waiting for me to do the diagrams and page numbers, and I hate putting page numbers on things. It's very frustrating. But it is here. It should be out. We're hoping it will be out before the twins come, because after the twins come, there will be no work for a long time. So we're like, get everything done we possibly can before the babies.
So, Bird of the Abyss says Atheist Guide to the Universe.
Nice.
Put that on the shelf with the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and there you go.
It's perfect. Well, yeah, I mean, really, you don't need anything else in your library. Just those two books will do you. Okay, are we ready for the final grand prize entry?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. 3,073. Let me find who that is. I typed in the wrong number. I said I can't find that. It better be there. 3,007. Goodness sake. My computer is being computer. Sorry, everyone.
Tension.
Just like, this is just sheer incompetence. It's not even showmanship on my part. It's just like, I'm honestly amazed I haven't muted myself. 3,073 is someone who lives in Washington. It goes to Robert in Washington State.
Oh,
congratulations, cool. Robert.
Congratulations, Robert. So my print is going to Washington State. That's awesome.
That is really cool. Dragon print. Okay, I'm now going to save this before I accidentally delete everything and have to go back and work out what on earth I'm doing.
And the fun thing is too, is this is the very first archival print I've ever had done.
Really?
Of any of my work. See, Robert, you're getting not just number 2 of the first edition, you're also getting number 2 of the very first print I've ever had done on anything. So, yeah. And again, there are no other prints. I own the other print. If you see things done in the original form with my name below, that is directly from me or from, my Etsy or anything like that. It's and Josh and Megan have the original file. So they can do whatever editing and use it for promotion for this channel as much as they want.
As you can, like, everyone will see, like, we use this file all the time. It's our background. We have it on this thing, and we have it on this thing. Like, all of our things just have this picture because it's so glorious. So you're owning really one of the most famous pieces of artwork in existence, if we're honest.
I just can't believe how many tickets sold and everything. It's like, my gosh, one of my pieces actually is gone for that much.
And I have to say, an awful lot of people were academics and students who study Mesopotamia, and for whom, like, this is a really, I don't know, important thing. And then so many people who are just amazing and feel like supporting and owning this absolutely beautiful artwork. So thank you. I don't think we'd have sold really half as many tickets if it was just the books and the mugs, and this made it a really special raffle. So thank you, Christina.
No, you're welcome. I think the next one I'll try is the lion, but I'm keeping the original.
I think that's reasonable. I think that's very reasonable.
My husband would be very upset.
We have Hudson.
Although he wasn't upset on you guys getting that one, because you guys helped us out without even knowing who we were or anything, and that was my thank you, was the painting. And then I get messages from you, and then I get messages from Josh, and Josh is saying, I'm coveting this, and like, okay, I'll do a print too.
And
so that's how that all came about.
Perfect. Yeah. It's perfect. And we have someone in the chat is asking if they could please have Robert's address. I'm not giving you his address. You can't go and steal it from him. No, I'm sorry. It is absolutely stunning, though. And if you like this particular piece of artwork, then Christina's details will all be in the description. She has an Etsy shop and an Instagram account and a YouTube account, like I said earlier, where she does live streaming paintings. So there's plenty more where this came from.
I'm working on a dog tonight.
Nice.
I've had a lot of requests for dogs lately, including, if anyone knows the Mudbrooker, who used to be on Infidel News. He had me do his Mastiff. And now I'm working on a Springer Spaniel, and then a little boy and his aunt after that. And yeah, so.
Lovely.
I paint all sorts of weird things.
Well, I imagine painting people and their pets is possibly more versatile of a skill than sticking to archaeological reconstructions.
It kind of makes a little bit more cash because, the archaeological reconstructions are more niche, I guess.
Yes, definitely.
But it still was just a pleasure to paint it. I mean, once I saw that image that is in the Detroit Museum, I'm like, oh, holy cow. And they almost sold it because the city was running out of funds. So it's like, if anybody gets a chance to go to Detroit to see it, go see it.
Do it. Yep.
Yeah.
Gracious me.
Yeah.
Well,
it almost went way out of our reach.
And the problem is, once them being archaeological artifacts being in Western museums anyway is problematic. We have live streams that talk about that, but then selling them into private collections is a step a little further, I think, in the problematic.
Oh, and thank you,
scale.
Hudson. Yeah, so I hope Robert enjoys it. I
am sure he will.
Stayed in its little package, and it's just been
it's been
nice.
So Christina kindly sent it to us about a year ago now, and it's just been sitting rolled up And
It came directly from the printer to them on top of it. I didn't even take it home. It went straight from the printer.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So it's nice and safe and ready for its new home, and I will get it in the mail. Probably not Monday, but it will be in the mail this week.
And it was scanned in 1,200 dots per inch. Normal scans are 3 to 6.
Wow.
So I have it where I actually doubled the size because I have a blanket of the dragon here. And so I wanted that image to actually be, as bright and detailed as possible. So that's the file that you guys have as well. That was the original scan. I think I had done 1,200 per inch, and that's a lot.
That's impressive. That's very impressive.
So you guys would be able to sell blankets and stuff, tapestries.
I was just going to say, I would definitely go in for a blanket of that.
We will see what we can do.
It's over by hubby's chair right now, so I'd gotten him for that for Christmas. So.
Oh, that's a good present.
Yes.
That's a good present. I think we are probably going to leave it there, everybody, because we're getting on for an hour, and I am very pregnant and very tired because, pregnant children. Yeah.
Been there, done that.
Yeah. It happens. I know Sarah is tired because she is a grad student, and that is kind of just tired. Yeah, all the time. So thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you, Sarah and Christina, for joining us. Thank you, Christina, for the most amazing prize in the whole entire world.
You're welcome. I'm very happy.
Remember, everybody, until next time, resist poor scholarship. Always ask, how do you know that? Digital Hammurabi is made possible by generous sponsorship from our patrons. Their support means that we have the technological and academic resources necessary to bring the ancient world directly to you. If you want to join the team, go to patreon.com/digitalhammurabi to see how you can help.